For number 4, we're given a graph for f of x, and this is a straight line for it. And our goal is to find out the graph for absolute value of f of x inside, and then we have the plus 1 after that. So we first need to know how does the absolute value affect the graph of the original, and then how does the plus 1 affect the absolute value graph. So let's take a look in two transformations. I will show you guys the first transformation. Just focus on y equals to f of x inside of the absolute value. As we all know, absolute value takes negative numbers and make it into positive, right? Such as if you have absolute value of negative 4, we get positive 4. But then if you have a positive number inside of the absolute value, it doesn't do anything. If we have absolute value of positive 8, we get 8, right? So when we have the graph, this is how we do it with absolute values. This is the original graph, and anything above the x-axis is positive part of the graph, and anything below the x-axis is the negative part of the graph. So as you can see, from here to here, that's above the x-axis. So this part is the positive part of the graph. And then anything after that, when it goes below the x-axis, here I'm going to color this in red, right? That's the negative part of the graph. So when we have the absolute value of the original graph, this is how we are going to end up with. The positive part stays the same. So let me just copy down the part in black up to this point right here, right? And then for the negative part, we're going to change that into positive, right? That's what absolute value does, right? So I will just take this and then flip that upside down. That's it. So we flip this about the x-axis. So we'll take this and then make it up like that. So we have this corner kind of shape for the absolute value of f of x. So that's the first part, and then we look at the next transformation. How does the plus 1 affect that graph? So this is going to be absolute value of f of x, and then we have the plus 1 after the absolute value part of the graph. When we have plus 1 to this part of the graph, plus 1, we are going to just take the graph and shift up 1 unit. So we'll just take this and then move up 1 unit. That will be the graph for this, and that's what the plus 1 is going to do. So let me just copy down the graph real quick right here. And then original, as you can see, was right here, right, for the y-intercept right here. But I'm just going to move up a little bit right here. And I'm just going to kind of copy down the same graph. Okay, just say right here. And then this corner was on the x-axis, but now I'm going to have like 1 unit gap. So it's going to stop somewhere right here, and then I still have to do that part of the graph. So it's going to look like this. This right here is it. That's answer choice B in the answer choices. And make sure that you do this in the sequential order. You take the absolute value of the graph first, and then you add 1 to it. So you flip first, and then you shift up 1 unit. This is it.